desk is filthy. I really need to clean it off. Hello, beautiful gremlins. So in my younger years of animation, I used to do a lot of map parts, which was very common at the time. I haven't seen them much recently, and I do not know why. Either I'm on the wrong side of the animation on YouTube, or I don't know. The last map part that I ever did was like 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago. I have recently joined a map from my good friend, and I thought that I could film my entire process of making a map part, just because I don't think that I'm just gonna be able to post a map part like I did 2 years ago. So let's try it, shall we? This is a fall themed PMV map, which is really great for me, not only because I like fall, but also because I can't animate at the moment just because I'm too busy, and also I kind of need to relearn how to animate to be able to do it. But I can tween, I think. So I am going to try that. This is an OC map, so I'm going to use my original character, Callista, and I have specifically 3 ideas for this. And my first idea is have her standing here, watching breeze lose her leaves and all that. Now the thing with this is that it's kind of boring, but whatever. Callista's home doesn't have trees, so she doesn't see the leaves fall a lot. So when she sees them for the first time, she's like, oh, wow. My next idea is to have her still staring at the leaves, but maybe at this angle. Maybe with little stars in her eyes, I don't know. And she's just watching some leaves fall. Kind of like this. And then the next frame can be her like trying to catch it or something. Is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, the third idea I have requires 2 frames, and is honestly kind of one of my favorites, but whatever. It's where she's holding the leaf. This is a terrible bear paw, but she's holding the leaf. She's like moving it across the screen, and there's like the sun behind her, so sometimes the sun will like blow through the leaf when it isn't hitting it. And then it shows Callista just staring at the leaf that she's holding, just wondering about life. I'll go over some stars in her eyes there too. I just want to. Okay, she has like her other paw on her stomach. Why did I draw her with a human nose? That's awful. Again, this is kind of one of my favorites. I genuinely have no idea which one I want to do. I think this one's out. I mean, no offense, but this just is out for me. It's between these 2, most definitely. I must consult my wise counsel. My wise counsel disagreed. Alright, that was a little bit of a problem for me. Now I have to figure this out myself. After careful consideration, I decided it would be better if I mixed both ideas into one and had Callista pouncing on the falling leaf, and then also having her study it and pulling it across the ground. As much as I would have loved her lifting it up to the sun and having the light shine through as it was animated across the screen, it didn't seem possible with the pacing when it came to the literal 2 seconds that I had to work with. That was a really long-winded way of saying that I needed some more frames that I couldn't add. This map was meant to be PMV, so there wasn't going to be any frame-by-frame animation, but that didn't mean I couldn't tween the heck out of it. I have always liked making PMVs and tweening and stuff because I think it's a really cool way to animate. It looks really good. As much as I love frame-by-frame animation, I haven't done it much recently, and I think I might actually have to relearn it. But today is not that day! As much as I love tweening, I'm actually not the best at it, nor am I kind of remotely good at it. It seems like almost every time I try to do it, I accidentally draw body parts that were meant to be going separate ways on the same frame, or I forget that one body part needs to move and draw it connected to another body part. And worst of all, I will not draw the entire body part or enough of it to be able to move without just being cut off abruptly. This is a mistake that I constantly make with tweening, even when I am fully aware of it. So when it came to this one, I did not want any chance of that happening. To try and help myself with that, I extended the canvas and made myself a border to know how big I needed to make the drawing, and then, did the drawing like I normally would, using the entire canvas. Honestly, I am so glad I did this because it did end up working. Now I just have to remember to do it next time I tween. Now, with the background, alright, backgrounds have never been my strong suit, and while I have been trying to get better at them as time has gone on, this one scared me. I was just thinking about how I was going to have to draw individual leaves on the forest floor, and oh my gosh, I'm getting lightheaded just thinking about it. My fear got to the point of me wondering if I should just paint the background on a canvas with paint, like in real life and taking a picture of it and using it as that background. But I had things to do and therefore did not have time for that. What I ended up doing was putting in just a stock image of a forest floor and following where the trees, bushes, and leaves were and just kind of colored it in with watercolor texture. Let me just say, I have no idea if it even looks remotely good, but hear me when I tell you that this was me trying. The trees and the bushes all the way in the background really got the best end of the stick because by the time I got to the leaves, I was really tired and all those dead leaves were very daunting. I colored a clump of leaves and made sure that pretty much all the colors that I needed for this forest floor were in there, and then copy and pasted those leaves around the drawing and changed things up with them until I was satisfied. At the end of it, I really do not know if it looks the best. But here's the thing, it took forever, and it's not even the focus. Most of this is going to be covered or straight up not even in the frame. And to add the cherry on top, it's going to be heavily blurred. And after everything, I have a background. Back to Cal. It was really weird to add line art to all the individual elements so separately, but I really had to make sure that I wasn't going to end up accidentally drawing two body parts connected or something like that. But at the end of it, oh my gosh, does it look weird. That aside, the color is arguably more important because you can have line art in all the places you want, but it ain't gonna look that good if there isn't color there to make sure it actually looks like these aren't a bunch of discombobulated scribbles. I've had thoughts here and there about redesigning Cal, but really, I love her too much. There might be changes to her designs here and there, but the concept really is going to remain the same. If anyone is wondering, because people have, Cal is not a human. She is a Ursa, half bear, half human. In her story, Ursans are actually described way more disturbingly, but that doesn't fit my style, and they are very much cute, just so everyone knows. I've always loved the shading process, and me doing the shading for this was no different. And at some points, I think it was even easier, but that doesn't mean I wasn't also very confused throughout the entire thing. I was just praying that the shading looked like it matched throughout the entire thing and looked like just a moving illustration instead of just random body parts smushed together like they are at a family reunion even though they don't even talk to each other. I don't know. Either way, I'm happy with how it turned out, and it was really fun to do. Now that everything is all together and looks so nice, it was finally time to rip it all apart and start actually tweening it and turning it into what it was always meant to be. So I forgot to record the editing process. It's alright, it wasn't that exciting anyway. I just hadn't used Procreate Dreams in so long that I was very confused for the first part because I was wondering what the hand gestures do. Also, the timing of getting everything together and having its own moment to shine, even though the part was only 2 seconds, was so hard. But I powered through it, and I really think that it turned out nice. I haven't done a map part in so long, so this was actually really exciting for me, even though I had to do it in a different format than how I did before. Maps were always so much fun to me when I was learning how to animate because it was a structured way of practicing, and it felt so nicely collaborative, even though I always had to look for the ones that were beginner friendly, because there was about no chance of me getting into one otherwise. Still, I appreciate the help that he gave me along my animation and art journey, and it was so much fun. Even though I'm most likely not gonna do another map part unless one of my friends is hosting one, this was a nice thing to revisit and work on, and I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, without further ado, here's the finished part.
I don't know what else you've been told, but I'm above that.
You wanna see me do it again?
I don't know what else you've been told, but I'm above that.
Woo! Yeah! That's it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it's not like my other ones at all. Please, 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 please go do something that makes you happy because you deserve to be happy. If a very weird and corny transition makes you happy, then you're in luck, because if something else that made you happy is watching another video, then the video on your screen is something YouTube put there because it thinks you'll like it. I didn't even do anything but hit the button for it. Thank you so much again for watching. God bless you. Bye!